Well, welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. I am back at the milling of the oak logs. I've got a small one there, 1, 2, that's the biggest one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I've got this one up on the mill. I've got it all squared up into a cant. This is, I think, 12 by 14. I'm making 5/4 deck boards, and so I'm going to rip those 12s right down the middle when I'm done. And so you can kind of get a feel for what I'm doing here, and I'll bring you along for a little bit of this milling of this oak. Okay, as you can see, I'm down to about a 6.5-inch cant. I've got several slabs off these. I'm making these 1.25 inch for deck boards. But I am down to the section that was the base of the tree that split when the tree fell. So I'm just debating now whether to flip this over and run as many as I can off of it that way. Some of that's going to end up in firewood. So I'll bring you along for a little bit of that. I think I will flip it and run a few through off the top. I might get a few more 6-inch pieces out of that. Okay, I just want to explain what I did here. I made those pieces into about 1 3/4 inch, 1 5/8, and I did that purposely because they were split and I thought I could probably get spindles out of them. So you can see here there's splits in it, but I could probably get a couple, you know, if I make my spindles 1 1/4 inch, that will make quite a few spindles right there for my deck. And so I'll get them drying in a year or two, Lord willing. If I get ready, when I get ready to do it, they'll be ready, they'll be dried enough, and they'll be outside anyway. And so I'm just going to make square spindles and round the edges. And so those, instead of just chopping them in firewood, I will do whatever I can to make spindles out of that type of stuff. So I'll be back for the next section. This is what happens when people use trees for target practice. This is the bullet that I cut right off. It has a copper casing on it. Luckily it didn't ruin my blade. Add it with a stack of other shells or bullets. Okay, I got that big log all cleaned up, down to 5 logs now. 3 smaller ones and 2 bigger ones. Here's a medium-sized one up on the mill. Let's see if we can get that squared up before dark. Well, for all you sawyers out there, you ever mill a log that's after you're like, yeah, that was a waste of time? Well, that one was pretty much a waste of time. I got 3, maybe 4 boards out of it. This one was really bad. Of course, this is all knotty stuff. Then I got one 2x6 over there by 8 feet out of it. I mean, I know it's oak, so it's worth something. It's better than firewood, but not much, this one. And this one actually had some, I don't even know whether I'm going to be able to use it for a deck board because it's got a rotten line right up through it. It was just a bad log. So live and learn. Most of that will probably be chopped up into firewood. But I'm down to approximately 4 logs. So tomorrow I should get rid of most of those. It'd be nice. I do not like milling hardwood. Not with that little saw. I prefer the pine. It works a lot better in that. But the one that I'm going to be concerned about is this one right here. This one is a massive piece, and it had a crotch out here, and I cut, you can see there, I actually cut that, where it branched out into another part. So that's going to cut hard. As you can see there, that is a big log. Just to get it up on the mill is going to be a job, rolling it over and getting it up on the mill. So can look forward to that tomorrow. I appreciate you joining me tonight for some milling of some white oak and the joys of trying to get that some boards out of something that is basically a pile of knots. And so till next time, I will look forward to joining you again, and for you to join me, I should say. But until then, you have a great day.